Oh my God, that is such. I just got goosebumps.
I'm going to revisit another of my memories from one of your films, which truly screwed me up as a kid. More than any horror I'd watched, I went to the cinema in 1993 to watch Cliffhanger, and maybe because I just didn't expect it to happen, or maybe because of the way you shot it, maybe because of the fact that the teddy bear falls first. But that opening of Cliffhanger it traumatized me. That still, when she falls, is one of cinema's most shocking moments.
Oh my God, that is such. I just got goosebumps. Thank you. That's a great compliment, and I of course I've heard this many times over the years that people think that opening scene is very effective, and it did work out well, and it shows that hard work pays off sometimes and many times, because I had some really strong principles about that opening scene. One was that it was created because I didn't want to cast Sylvester Stallone in the movie. He had just done two comedies that failed, and he had done Rambo, and I felt like he was like totally unrealistic for the movie. I wanted Harrison Ford or somebody like that. I was semi-forced to hire him. And then I said, but under one condition, we changed the opening of the movie completely. And producers asked, what do you mean? What do you want to do? And Sly asked the same question. I said, he has to fail. Opening of the movie, Sly has to fail so that it brings him down to earth as a normal person. And then the rest of the movie will work. And they said, okay, if you agreed to hire him, then do what you want. So I pretty much wrote the opening sequence, and I storyboarded it, and I showed it to Sly, and he was like, you're saying I dropped the girl? And I'm like, yeah, she dies. So I don't save her. She's dead. Yes, that's what we have to do to bring you back to earth. And it's like, okay, whatever you say. And that was the first step. Second step was that everybody said, like, okay, well, we'll get a stunt girl, we get some nice actress, a pretty actress and whatever, and then we get a stunt girl and it's going to be awesome. I said, no, it has to be the girl who is playing the part has to fall for real. It just has to be like that. And they said, well, we can't do that to an actor, to drop them from a mountain. I said, well, we have to find an actor who's willing to do that. So we scoured everybody, and then Michelle Joyner walked in. And she said, I said, you're not a stunt woman. I said, no, you're an actor. Yes. Okay. Well, you understand that, the requirement of this scene is that you have to do it yourself. And she says, I know. And that's why I'm here. And she did the scene, and casting director was standing on a chair, and Michelle was on the floor and looking into her eyes and saying, please don't let me die. I don't want to die. And we are all in tears just watching her do it. And we are like, oh my God, we have found the girl. And then we brought Sly in. She did it with Sly. Sly had tears in his eyes. We're like, that's it. Then we went to the Alps, and we were 8,000 feet off the ground between two mountains for real with a real cable. And I went on a cable myself to show the actors that it can be done. And then the actors were on it, and Sly was on it, and Michelle was on it. And Michelle was on a rig where she fell about 400 feet, free falling, and then the wire went tight, and she stopped her fall. But it's not what anybody could do to be 8,000 feet off the ground and just let somebody click a switch and you just fall. And we did it for real. And one more detail that I really, really appreciate and shows that you really observe these things closely and smartly is the teddy bear. The teddy bear was not in the script. I was driving to the set in the morning, to the mountain set, and I kept racking my brain and thinking, like, there's something else that we haven't thought of. And then it came to me, like, people won't realize how horrific this is. They won't be able to relate to it because we are in the mountains. If we were hanging from an Empire State Building, you could see the cars and you could see the people and you could understand the relationship with everything. It would be different. But because it's mountains, it's hard to tell. Something else has to fall to demonstrate the significance of this situation. And then I thought, oh, she has to have some kind of a mascot or something that falls. And then we were driving up the Alps, and there was a souvenir store in the middle of nowhere, this wooden little building. And I said, stop here. And I went there and said, there's got to be something. And then I saw these little teddy bears, and there were like 12 of them. And I said, I buy all of them. I bought the teddy bears, went in the car, and then went to the set. And then I told the prop guys, I attach this teddy bear to her backpack, and then it has to fall at a certain point, and blah, blah, blah. And we did it, and it just worked. And this is an example of me, like, we, from the first conception of why the scene is in the movie to how it was shot and how it was edited, how everything was done. It's like we never gave up. We worked hard. We had principles. I never compromised anything, and it worked. And the scene made the whole movie work. And I'm amazed. Nobody's ever mentioned the teddy bear to me, so I'm amazed that you mentioned that, because that was one of those details that make that scene work.
Thank you so much for pulling back the curtain on how you created that, because like I said, it's a truly magnificent, and as a 13-year-old watching it, harrowing opening to the movie that I've never forgotten. So thank you so much for watching this interview. I'd love it if you would check out some of the other interviews on our channel. They're all fascinating and unique trips to the movies with some wonderful, wonderful guests. And if you would like to find out more, do hit us up on our social channels. We are at Trip to Movies Pod. That's at Trip to Movies Pod on all social media, with lovely content on there. And you can get in touch with us if you so wish. Thanks again.